Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. This is your tarot reading for the month of January 2019. Happy New Year! I do hope that last year was great, and if you haven't yet, go check out the daily tarot reading, which is already up. So go ahead and check that out. And I'm going to get started by asking for your overall energy for the month of January. So what is your overall energy for this month, January? These are such huge cards, you guys. January 2019. What is your overall guiding energy or overall message for this month, January 2019? You're being directed to dream a beautiful dream. Isn't that lovely? So the message here is, of course, there is wholeness for you. So we have 19, which, 9 plus 1, 10, and then it comes back to 1. And the number 1 means alignment. It means wholeness. It means being fulfilled. And with this dream a beautiful dream, I think that's the message for this month, is that you're just going to be ready to plan for the next year. You got that new year energy still kind of holding on all month long, and it is telling you, it's okay to dream. It's okay to open up your heart and your mind to the possibility of change, to the possibility of better things, to the possibility of better experiences, or just whatever it is that you're hoping for in your life. This is your message to go ahead and have that dream. Go ahead and hold on to that hope, and look towards wholeness, look towards fulfillment, look towards being as aligned as you possibly can. Okay, it is time to get aligned. It is time to head for your own magnificent purpose. All right, so let's get a little bit of a clarifier about this. And this can just help us understand a little bit more what that dream might be about. And this is, of course, a general reading, so it's not going to get, to the nitty-gritty for every single person out there, but hopefully it can help guide you a little bit more so you can understand what your dream, your beautiful dream, is all about this month. So can you please, spirit guides, please help us to understand and clarify a little bit more about this Dream a Little Dream card for the month of January for whoever this reading is meant to resonate with. The Hierophant. Okay, so it is possible, you're starting to rethink the way you believed in your life. You're starting to rethink, any kind of moral structures you've held on to, and it's not necessary that you're going to pull away from them, but you're really reflecting on them. You're really considering what matters to you, and where you want to go. And with the Hierophant, it's telling you to look to people who've already gotten where you want to go. Look to people who have already experienced the kind of life that you're trying to experience, and everyone's path is different, but many paths are similar. Many paths have similar endpoints, okay? And instead of just entirely focusing on the endpoint, I think you're going to need to look to people like who are higher in your field, people who have done the work that you're trying to do. And you can't look at it as in, that's exactly what I'm going to do, or that's exactly my path, or that's exactly where I'm going, but you can still take some value from their lessons. You can still take some value from their experiences. And, the way I do life is I love asking questions. I think it's so important to just ask questions. If I don't know something, I'm going to ask. And even if I do know something, but I'm not 100% sure, I'm going to ask. And, I'll ask people, what's your experience with this? And they're like, a lot of people will say something like, well, everyone's experiences are different. Fine, wonderful, great. What is your experience, right? So look to people who have gone where you're trying to go, or have gone down a similar route to the one that you're trying to create, and say, what is your experience, and how do you feel about these things? And even if, it's totally different from your own personal beliefs and your own personal experiences, you can still take some information from that. You can still take some value from that, okay? So I think with the Hierophant, just look at the people who have come to success and take from their path what can help you on your path, but don't treat it as if they're the full 100% authority, because this is your dream. This is your path. This is your alignment, your destiny that you're going after, okay? But you can use other people's experiences to help guide and tailor your own, okay? So let's see what your messages are on the spiritual level for the month of January. Just what messages are you receiving concerning your spiritual level or your spiritual experience, your spiritual standing for this month, for the month of January 2019. Wow. We're starting a whole new year, you guys. So what is your spiritual message for this month of January? You have the Seven of Wands. So you might be dealing with some sort of apologetic feelings or punishment. You might be feeling like, you did some stuff in your past, and maybe you feel like karma is just coming back to bite you in the butt. Karma is coming back to like punish you for what you were doing or whatever it is that you believe in, because karma, the traditional meaning, has nothing to do with what you've done in this lifetime, right? But you're feeling like your spiritual energy, the things that you've done in the past, they need to be set right. Some things just haven't been where they need to be. Spiritually, you haven't been as balanced as you need to be. You haven't been as comfortable as you need to be. And, you just want things to be set right. You're trying to maybe let go of some grudges. You want some apologies, or you want to give apologies. You're making new spiritual agreements, new spiritual promises to yourself and to others. So yeah, that's just kind of the message I'm getting, is like there's some sort of need to set things right. You need to really put things back the way they should have been, the way they should be, but it's not there at the moment. So let's look at a couple of clarifiers. First, I'm going to ask, what is influencing you? What is influencing this kind of spiritual energy of needing apologies or wanting to make apologies, wanting to set situations right, put things back in order that haven't been in order? Things are kind of askew. Making new spiritual agreements. So what is influencing you here? The Two of Pentacles. Okay, so you're kind of like balancing yourself between this spiritual life that you're trying to cultivate and your physical life, your earthly mundane life. And I think you're just kind of like, you haven't been as balanced as you could be. And I get that, especially if you're some of the same people who've been coming to these readings all year long. It's been a bit of a struggle for you. And at the moment, you're trying to set this energy back into balance, but it's not. You feel like you're juggling, just like this guy here. Be careful of doing so much for other people's approval. Whether it's in your personal life or in your spiritual life, whatever part of you that you're trying to bring to the forefront, be careful of doing that just because it looks good on paper, or it looks good to other people. Because what you're doing is, like I said, you're juggling. And instead of keeping it steady and keeping things balanced, you're focusing on one thing or the other so much. And a lot of it is because you think that's who you should be, like whether you're trying to be a spiritual person. So you're like constantly talking about spirituality and constantly talking about all this growth that you have, but yet you're not taking any time to learn about other people. You're not taking any time to learn about what's going on in the world around you. You're not taking any time to reach out and, be a part of your life. You're just kind of separating yourself and trying to pass by all the negatives and all the dirty and ugly and real earthly things so that you can be, this spiritual, amazing, disconnected kind of being. Alternatively, you know, you're going the other way and you're focusing all on material things. You're focusing on making money. You're focusing on dressings to impress people. You're focusing on being able to say, oh, I did this and I did that and I did this. Look at me go. And still, you know, there's no balance there. You're not getting spiritually connected. You're not feeling fulfilled from this behavior. So whatever it is, it's totally out of balance with you right now. And that's why you have this energy of needing to set things right. So let's see what you need to focus on in order to be able to set this right. What do you need to focus on to change your spiritual message for the better, to improve your spiritual standing? So what do you need to focus on for the month of January? So you have the Nine of Pentacles, which I think popped up in your daily reading too. And you have the Four of Cups, right? So I think, you know, you're at this point where you're just kind of daydreaming, you're just kind of hoping for the best and hoping that things are going to fall into your lap. And yeah, that makes sense because this has been a couple of days for you that you have this kind of energy going on where you're just hoping, or you're just daydreaming. You're just like looking at all of these hopeful possibilities, which isn't inherently a bad thing, but you're doing it at the expense of your own happiness. You're doing it at the expense of your own stability. You're like looking at who you could be, but you're not actually working on who you are now. You're not actually looking at who you are now. You're like just looking off into some distant, non-concrete, like cloudy future that is based on these hopes and dreams that you have, but not based on any action. But you know what? With the Four of Cups, it's everything that you need. It's already available to you. Everything that you want to be, it's already inside of you. You have to stop, you know, at the detriment of yourself. You're looking at these other possibilities. You're looking at what the universe could give to you instead of what you already have to offer. All right, think about what you have to give to yourself spiritually, what you have to give to the spiritual divine, what you have to give to other people. You know, look at yourself from a loving, giving standpoint instead of a taking what am I owed kind of standpoint, because you have some work and some change for you, right? And you know, you may have done a lot already to get where you are. I'm not saying that spiritually you are entirely without merit. But you're at this point where you've been trying to do all of this alone for so long that you have forgotten what it means to connect spiritually with other people, what it means to connect spiritually with other beings. And, you know, yeah, you may have felt fine doing it alone, but this card here is telling you not to be afraid to change some things up, not to be afraid to reach out to other people when you need to, because you're at this point where all this imagining that you're doing is no longer something that can serve you. This card tells you, you know, keep your healthy ideals, keep your healthy daydreams. They are what's going to motivate and guide you to keep moving forward. However, if that's all you're focusing on and you're just stuck in this daydream headspace, you're not really going to find the connection that you need. You're not going to find the balance that you need. And there is some imbalance. There is, like I said, a need to set things right. Things aren't set right. You need to spiritually connect with somebody or some being, and you need to spiritually create a balance in your life instead of focusing so much on being one way or being another way. You need to look at the reality here and reach out if you need to reach out. And again, learn to connect with other people, because this is not something for you to stay alone. This is not a journey for you to have entirely alone. Just like with the Hierophant, you know, ask for help, ask for guidance, ask for spiritual guidance, you know, so that you can set things right, so that you can put things in their proper order. Okay, so let's see what messages you have concerning your health. This is your usually physical health, but it could also be mental health, just whatever is your message concerning your health, your overall health, for the month of January 2019. What message do you have concerning your health for whoever this reading is meant to guide and resonate with for January 2019? Please and thank you to our higher selves and to the divine. To the Five of Wands. So with the Five of Wands, you may find that your health has a few upsets this month. It may not be something that's, so drastic and so terrible, but, it's winter. You may find that you have some colds. You may find that there's just a little bit of a struggle for you health-wise. So let's look at what's influencing your health for this month. What is influencing your health for the month of January 2019? Sorry if you hear a car in the background. Like I've said previously, I am in New York in the daytime, so there will be lots of noise in this city. But you got the Ten of Cups as your influence. And I think this speaks to family. This speaks to your home life. So, whatever it is that's influencing your health has to do with your home life. It has to do with your personal relationships at home, your family. Make sure your environment's clean. Make sure, if you're dealing with some negativity at home, that you face it and deal with it so that you can move away from it, because the Ten of Cups it's a generally very positive card. Just as your influence, it just is telling me that, it's your home life, it's your family, it's something very close to where you live or where you spend most of your time that's affecting your health this month. Okay, so let's see what you need to focus on concerning your health that can help you with any of these struggles that you're facing. So what do you need to focus on concerning the message for your health for January 2019? What do you need to focus on? You have the Star, right? Another thing that's telling me, there's a need for balance in your life. And you have the Four of Wands and stability, okay? So I think whatever is going on with your health, especially if this has to do with mental health, it has to do with your home life. It has to do with, either how you're viewing your home life, how you're treating your home life. Focus on what you want out of this experience, what you want for your health. Focus on what you want, how you want to grow, how you want to change, and how to bring stability to this situation, because I do think it might have to do with your mental health this month. Whatever it is, there may be some struggle with mental health. There may be some upset that you're facing, and it could be because of a relationship at home. It could be, you and your family's not getting along very well. It could be that, your home is just not very clean and it's starting to feel oppressive. So with the Star, clean up your home, clean up your environment, and really think about your ideal environment. Where are you the most productive? How are you the most what environment brings you the most comfort, the most peace, so that you're able to pursue things that matter to you, that keep you from falling into these negative thought cycles that a lot of us fall into. What is it at home that you need to do or need to improve upon to bring more light to you, to bring more stability to your life? And I think with the Four of Wands, especially for you creatives out there, you need to get creative. You need to really put in the energy to do the creative work that makes you feel like yourself. Okay, there's a lot of fertility here. There's a lot of growth energy. There's a lot of expansion available to you. However, it's really up to how you choose to see things. It's really up to how you choose to see the world and how you choose to guide yourself and live at home. Because again, this is your home. This is your regular environment. This is where you are every day. This is your daily experience affecting your health this month. Okay, it's something that it's not like you have a cold, is what I'm saying. It's not like something that just is out of your control. Whatever is affecting your health this month, it's something that you definitely have the ability to affect. You definitely have the ability to change, and it has to do with your home life, with your home experience, with your current environment. And be happy. Try to be as happy as you can about all of the achievements you've made in the last year, because I think, yeah, I think this is a mental health uh, reading for this month, okay? A mental health struggle for this month. All right, so let's see what messages you have concerning your relationships. And this could be romantic relationships, but it could also be, family relationships. It could be work relationships. It could be any interactions you have with other people. What is your message concerning your relationships for the month of July 2019? You have the devil. Okay, so there may be someone who's not being entirely honest with you. There may be someone who seems a little too good to be true, and you're at this place where you're just like questioning the viability of this relationship. Whatever relationship comes to mind or came to mind as soon as the devil popped out. That's usually how that works. Um, that's the relationship that you know it's not really serving you. There may be, some abuse. There may be some domination. You may feel like someone is taking control over your life, or you're taking control over someone else's life to the point of negativity, to the point of creating resentments. Whatever it is, this relationship that you're thinking of, it it might not be working for you. Really keep your eyes open for any deceit. Keep your eyes open for lies. Keep your eyes open for bad behavior. Keep your eyes open even for how they treat other people. Because even if you just met someone and they're treating you really well, but then they treat the waitress really bad, or they treat their exes really bad, or they treat their family really bad, that is an indication of how they're going to treat you down the line. All right. So let's see what your influence is. What's influencing your relationships for January? What energy is influencing your relationships for the month of January 2019? It's the Nine of Cups, right? So you're feeling really generous. You're feeling really giving. You're feeling like I wanna give everything that I can give. I want to have fun. I want to connect. I want to party. I want to, be as generous as possible with my time. And that could be especially true if you're on that path of saying, this is who I'm going to be. Look at me. Look at the kind of person that I am. But again, be careful, because someone might be taking advantage of your generosity. Someone might be taking advantage of how kind you're trying to be, or alternatively, like I said, you're taking advantage of people. You're putting on this image of being giving and generous and fun and loving and offering everything that you have to spare, but you're doing it for nefarious reasons. You're doing it, so that you look good to people, but at home you're still dealing with these struggles with this mental health issues, right? You're still you're not being as happy with your partner as you could be, right? Or you're giving away parts of yourself to people who aren't deserving of it. Or if you are in a relationship, like a romantic relationship, and there's a monogamous agreement there, you might be considering stepping out and giving up your love to someone else for whatever reason, okay? So whatever it is, just be aware of this possibility of deceit, even when you're feeling this boisterous, generous, joyful energy here. So let's see what you need to focus on concerning your relationships for the month of January. What do you need to focus on concerning your personal relationships, interpersonal relationships, for the month of January in the year 2019? So you have the High Priestess and the Two of Swords, right? So you're not seeing this situation clearly. And whether that's because you can't, because someone is deceiving you, or you're deceiving yourself and you're saying, I don't want to deal with the truth of this situation. I don't want to face the truth of this situation. For whatever reason, you're just not seeing it. But whether or not you want to see it, whether or not someone else wants you to know the truth, inside, if you really stop and you really listen to your intuition, you really listen to that voice inside of you that's like, that tells you to step back when there's a car coming, that voice that tells you before you touch something hot that you're about to touch something hot, whether or not you feel the heat, that voice that tells you, you need to take a different route from work today because your usual route just doesn't feel quite right. That's your intuition, and it knows the truth of this situation. It knows that there's some deceit here. It knows that nothing good is going to come from this situation. And it doesn't have to be a logical knowing. It doesn't have to be something that's just like if you're crossing the street and you think, I should look both ways, that's more of a logical thing. But if you're walking down the street and you feel this tingle and you look back and there is some large giant guy back there and he's stumbling or he's yelling or something, or he's quietly watching you, and you just feel that sense of discomfort, listen to that intuition inside of you, okay? Because it knows how to protect you, and it's trying to protect you in this relationship. It's trying to protect you no matter what, even if you're not trying to see the truth of the situation, even if you're letting yourself be blind here, even if this is a choice that you're being blind or you're being just deceived flat out, then listen to your intuition, okay? You may be trying to give love, you may be trying to be generous and kind and joyful to the wrong person. Okay, so let's see what your message is concerning your work and or your finances for the month of January. What is your message concerning your work and or your finances for January 2019? What messages from our higher selves can we gather for whoever this reading is meant for, whoever it's meant to resonate with, for their work and or their finances? Again, you have the Hierophant, and that makes total sense here because, the Hierophant's message is telling you, be careful of who you trust, be careful of whose messages you're listening to, be careful of who you're following. But with the same kind of thing here, it's saying, don't entirely dismiss that either, use the knowledge of people who've come before you to help further you, and especially if you're trying to start a business, especially if you're starting a new job, you're taking on a new endeavor, you're a student, talk to your teachers, get an internship, send emails, look into every avenue that you possibly can to gain information from people who've already done it, people who've already been there. There's so much green here, though. I'm thinking that this is very positive for you. You just have to be patient, you have to appreciate the time that it takes to achieve certain things. And forgive yourself for any failures that may come up. Forgive yourself even if like you want to rest and take a break. You know, let yourself heal when you need to. Um, but yeah, I still think that this is very positive. Even if there may be some failures, there mostly will be successes because you'll be learning. You'll be learning from other people. You'll be learning from your own experiences as well. Okay? So let's see what's actually influencing your work and your finances. And this could be, you know, you could be starting a new job, but I think maybe you're a student, or you're interning, or you're doing something that requires guidance. Okay? So what's influencing this message? What is influencing your Hierophant energy concerning your work and your finances? So 10 of Pentacles. Yes, 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 yes. So this month is going to be a month of abundance for you. This month is going to be, you know, you're really learning a lot of new things about whatever career or financial experience you're trying to forge for this month. You're starting off really, really good. You're starting off with so much to your name already, so much available to you, so much just positive, abundant, light energy there for you, okay? Don't don't get all hoardy. Don't like try to hold on to every little bit of finances that come to you. Be open with yourself. Be open, you know, to if you want a new dress or you want a coffee maker, it's okay to get a couple of things for yourself. It's okay to with moderation spoil yourself, okay? Because there's so much energy of abundance here for you, and you know, you've learned so much and you've invested so much, and it is really time to share that knowledge and share that investment, share that understanding, and give what you can, because this abundance is endless. This abundance is constant for you, okay? That's the energy for you. That's like guiding your finances. It's just constant abundance. You have so much, and you're going to be able to offer that. Even if like you're not necessarily a student, you might find that you have students. You might find that people come to you for advice, people come to you for guidance, people come to you, you know, for financial help, right? Financial guidance, financial lessons, all right? So be open to both receiving and offering this new information. Be open to both receiving and offering the understanding of experiences and using those experiences to help guide your own and help guide others, right? So let's see what you need to focus on concerning your finances. What do you need to focus on concerning your work and or your finances for the month of January 2018? What do you have to focus on this month? So you have the Three of Swords, which I think you need to focus on narrowing down where you're putting your energy, and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit intimidated by this position you're in, especially if, like I said, someone's coming to you for financial advice or for guidance of some sort, for counseling of some sort. You might be feeling a little bit like this is too much for you to take on, right? Especially because you may not have always had the best luck concerning finances. This may be a new situation for you. This level of abundance may be a new experience for you. Maybe something that you're just like, wow, how did I get here? How do I help other people? I don't even know how I helped myself yet, you know? But with the Five of Pentacles, I think it's saying, you know, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to offer help, okay? This, I think, is a very give and take. We help each other. You scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of situation that you're finding yourself in this month, all right? And also, don't look at your need as being so huge, okay? Everyone can give something. Everyone can offer something to someone else. Everyone, especially if you live in the United States, you and you have, you have a computer, you have a home that you live in, then you're able to offer something to someone else. Just by merit of having a home where there's food, you are able to offer something to someone else. And I know, whoever you are, you have some sort of home life experience because of your health here, because the Ten of Cups is speaking about your home, speaking about finding balance and finding, some sort of stability in that situation. So you do have the ability, you have the abundance in your life right now that you can share something with someone. And you need to let go of this mindset of I don't have enough. You need to let go of this mindset of am I ever going to have enough? I'm never going to have enough. I don't have enough. I can't help anybody. I can't help myself. Because that's kind of what you're feeling right now. But because these are in your focus position, I think you need to be aware of that, but work to let it go. Work to say, you know what? Yes, this is scary. Yes, this is intimidating. Yes, it's a struggle sometimes, but I can get through this, because you can. You can get through this, whatever the situation is. Like I said, go ahead and ask people to help guide you. And, if someone comes to you for that guidance, don't respond as in I can't help you. Don't say I don't have it, or I don't have the ability, or I don't know, I'm not wise enough to do this. You know what? Just say I'll try. That's all you have to do is try. All you have to do is let go of this fear, this mindset of lack, this mindset of poverty, of not having enough, and say, you know what? The universe will provide for me what I need, and as it provides for me what I need, I will be able to give what I can. And that's all you have to do. Okay, those are your energies. I'm going to pull one more card to see what your transitional energy is into the month of February. What is your energy as you transition into the month of February? For whoever this reading is meant to guide, whoever it resonates with, what is the energy that you have as you transition into the month of February for 2019, for the year 2019? Heaven sent, right? So whatever path you're on, because we've been getting this for a couple of days now, whatever path you are trying to pursue, whatever this beautiful dream is that you're dreaming, it's guiding you to a higher you. Okay, listen to your higher self, listen to the divine, pray if you're a praying person. Okay, meditate, open that third eye and really try to listen to what the universe has in store for you, what she's trying to tell you, what she's trying to offer you. Okay, because after this month, I'm gonna pull one more card from this deck. After this month, I think there's just something big and beautiful in store for you. Something spiritual, something divine, something bigger than anything you might have even, look, we've got 33, 34. You're like literally going step by step. You're going from just dreaming it to knowing that you're in the right place, and then to being more than you could have thought you were, to being beyond this material world, beyond what it is that you even expected, what you hoped for. Okay, that's what's in store for you. It's so beautiful. This is so beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. And when you're done with this video, go ahead and check out the daily if you haven't already. I'm going to upload this and then prepare to record your 2019 year reading. It's going to be the first year reading that I have done on this channel, so I'm excited. Come back later to check that out. Thank you so, so much. Remember always that I love you. Bye.